Are you looking for a podcast about a big devil mommy?
Well, then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
How are you?
I am wonderful because I've been playing so much of the Diablo 4 beta.
Blah. So much. I don't know, man. Life is all over the place these days.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you about one thing that's so first world problem and stupid,
Okay.
but I just wanted you to know the stupidness. So, since we've moved, we've had problems with the Hue light bulbs
Yeah.
in the house.
I remember watching one light bulb go on and off and on and off during one of our recordings.
Well, that was Taylor doing something, I think. I don't know, but like I've had to like unplug the bridge, plug it back in, and let it like reconnect like 1,000 times since we've been
Yeah.
here. And for the last like almost week, it just hasn't worked, and I haven't been able to figure it out.
That sucks.
I put easily 10 hours of research into this thing trying to figure it out.
Oh my god, that's too much.
Like, can I do this? Can I do that? I'm not gonna buy a new thing because that's stupid. Like, if it works and I just have to, get it to figure out what's wrong, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I don't want to do the hard reset because then I lose all my presets, every light that we've built throughout all of YMBToAP,
Oh my
YMBToAP
God.
Green,
No.
Kirby one, our Eclipse Red one from when we did Berserk stuff, like all these like custom light scenes that I've built over 4 years will go
Yeah.
away when you do the hard reset, right?
Ugh.
So that's like my last resort.
Okay.
I resorted to it.
Oh no.
I do the hard reset. It still didn't fix anything.
Oh
it
my
still
God.
doesn't work. So I bought a fucking new bridge. Everything's honky dory. It's fucking phenomenal now.
It was just the bridge.
I guess it just finally crapped out and died. Who knows?
Man, I hope it stays good.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like a couple days. It's solid now. But like, I lost all my shit. I lost
For nothing.
everything.
Oh no.
It couldn't even find the lights this time around. So I had to like read the serial numbers on every single bulb and like type them in, which thankfully it's 6 digits. It's not huge.
Yeah.
And thankfully, when you go to do it, they give you a plus to like, okay, bank this one, type in the new one, save it,
Oh,
type in the new
that's
one,
nice.
save it. So then it can search for all 6 serial numbers at one time,
That's good.
which was great. But I lost everything. So the orange that's on my light back here like normal, it's not the same. It's not what it once was. I
Okay.
can't, because it was a color wheel. Like, you can't
Yeah.
just like land in the exact same spot in a 360-degree wheel
Yeah.
as you happened to do 3 years ago, like
It's just not the same.
they don't give you hex codes like we have. Because like, could you imagine if every time we did something
Oh my
YMBToAP
God.
related, we had to like just go to a
Fucking
giant
punch
color
in.
wheel and go,
That
Like,
looks like our green.
you go topmost right, and then you count half of one Mississippi as you drag down as fast as you can, and you land on our color every time. You know what I
No,
mean?
we have to know. It is like CAB33C. That is the hex
Yeah,
code for our yellow.
It's a
like,
thing. I don't think they do hex codes in here, because if they did, I would get pissed off. But like, I haven't seen one.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I got a new bridge. It's like updated everything the lights can do as well.
Oh my god. So your bridge was just like bad.
Well, so it said that this was like a Generation 2. We might have had
Okay.
like a Gen 1 bridge.
Yikes.
So it's better. It's better this way. Because I found a thing.
What'd you find?
You can set it to be like a fireplace. And so your light will
Ooh.
flicker like it's a
Cool.
fireplace. And then Taylor's like, too bad it's not like a candle. And I was like, there's one here. It says candle. Bloop. And it looks like a candle flickering in the fucking light shade.
That's awesome.
It's wild. It does so much more shit. But I know that this orange is a different color and it bugs me.
Well, it's close enough,
But
right?
It's a deeper orange, which I think is more true to the color that it should be.
Okay.
But I went with the lighter one because I was like, I need probably more light in the room. Like a darker color won't light the room as well.
Yeah.
But I went with this. It's fine.
It looks
Actually, now I have this one set up that when I come into work, it's set to natural light,
great.
and it matches like the light outside in the world on the lamp throughout the day, and it like
well,
changes.
that's cool. I want a lamp like that.
Like, I was staring at the window like, that's the exact same fucking color as the window. What gives? When it hits like sunset, it actually goes more orange and stuff. Like, it like
That's
matches
cool.
the light outside. My old bridge didn't fucking do that. It didn't offer me that. But I had to redo all of our automations. So like, we had it where the living room one was set to at sunset come on, because
Yeah.
when we both worked from, you know, like worked in the real world before at home shit, it was nice to have the lights on like right before you got home, you know.
Yeah.
So it's cool and all, but like when the bridge didn't work, you can't turn off your lights
Oh my god.
because they're solely run by your phone. So like, what do? Your lights
You
don't
couldn't-
work.
You're like, your phone didn't accept, like, turn it off.
No, because it can't get to the lights.
That's-
The bridge is what drives everything. So like,
So what did you do?
you can't
Just
turn
sleep
them on.
in the
Can't turn them off. You know?
sleep in a bright room all the time?
No, we acted like we were heathens and used the light switch.
Oh my god.
Oh God, the horror.
Can I tell you, I miss light switches sometimes. Like, I hate it when I go into a room and I don't have my phone on me and I'm like, oh god damn it. Like, okay, Google, turn on the lights.
No, I
Don't
do
do
think that a lot.
Google's
Well, see,
thinking I'm talking to her. Stop
That's
it.
why we got the Google
Google.
thing.
Stop.
Isn't it
For
cancel?
God's sakes.
Isn't it cancel?
She's talking to me.
Or do you
Stop.
say, "Hey Google, go to sleep"?
Please.
Hey Google, quit being Megan.
Oh my god. Leave me alone.
So I used it. I use the Google to do the lights all the time. I fucking loved that shit.
I hate it.
I loved it because, you know, got like arms full of groceries and stuff. I could just be like,
Yeah.
yo, Google, turn on the kitchen light. And then you walk into the kitchen and it comes on, you know?
It's like good in a scenario, but I want the ability to also be able to use the light switch. Because when you use the light switch, it like desyncs it, you know?
So these things come with a light switch. There's like a universal switch that you get that you can just like turn off. But see, the thing is, it turns every light on and every light off.
And why would you ever want to do that?
Yeah, like I want this room off. You know?
Yeah, like I want the kitchen specifically.
Yeah, so this thing has a light switch, but it's like when you press it, your house comes to life, you know?
It starts running down the street.
Like, it's fine. Well, that's why I set up more automation stuff. So it's like, I know when I'll need a certain light, you know?
Yeah.
But I still
There's,
have
like-
like our main lights, like the kitchen light is a light switch, you know?
Yeah. The skill ceiling for those, I feel, is so high, though, because you can make them do so many random things. Like,
That's true.
there's people that put those little fucking stickers all over their house, you know? They're like the
Oh,
RFID chips
yeah.
or whatever, and you like touch your phone to it and it puts on your favorite record or something when you get home. I'm like,
That's bananas.
it's so cool that people take the time to automate their house to do that kind of stuff, but when it wouldn't work, you know, like I would be angry.
Yeah, that's how I felt with the fucking lights. I like,
Yeah.
so, you know, I sleep with the green light now because of you.
Uh-huh. Yes.
And I have fucking crazy vivid dreams all the time now.
That's
But
what's wrong with me.
I think so, because when I had the purple one on, I was dead, dude.
Okay.
No, like, nothing happened. I would go to sleep and wake up and just be like, did I even sleep? And then, like, I do the green one now, and, like, I have fucking dreams,
It's
like,
a
all
party
the time.
behind your eyelids.
Like, it's wild, the
Yeah.
difference that, like, the color makes.
That's so weird.
You know, I like it, like, on, like, 5%, pretty low.
Yeah.
Well, when the thing didn't fucking work, it was either green light or pitch black darkness. And I'm going to have a bright-ass green room in place of pitch black darkness because I can't do that.
Yeah.
One, it's just too dark. Darkness is heavy.
Darkness is too dark, man.
Does that make sense?
No.
You've never, like, laid in just, like, a pitch black room
Yeah.
and,
Not a
like,
fan.
it just, you feel it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it, like presses in on you.
Yeah, like, the darkness is heavy.
The darkness.
Darkness is heavy. Not like because of like a feeling like, oh, I'm scared of it. Like it just feels so empty.
Yeah.
Like it feels like there's just a lot. I don't know.
You ever been in like a cave and they like turn out the lights on you?
Yeah. That's heavy.
That's heavy.
Like it's
That's
real heavy.
Shit. There's these caves down in San Antonio where they like lead you down to the bottom of the cave and they're like, we're gonna turn off the lights and we're all gonna sit in like complete darkness and silence for a minute.
Yeah.
And they do it and you start to think like, am I dead?
Yeah, and
like,
then he
no
goes,
light.
did you know if you sit in here for 30 straight minutes, you'll go blind forever?
I don't like that at all.
And I was like, cool, let's get these lights back on then. Yeah. Supposedly, if you sit in true pitch black darkness for long enough, your eyes just like forget how to work and they just don't see anymore.
Your eyes are like, well, I guess that's fucking it. I'm done.
They were like, oh, this is how we see now. And then they do.
And that's it for you.
The human body's stupid, guys. Like, it doesn't understand anything. That's like, have you seen this where they're having people try different milks?
So,
macadamia. Kind of, and they're having them try milks, but the last thing they sip is orange juice,
Ew.
and your body throws up.
I can imagine if somebody gave me a glass of orange juice and was like, try this milk, I would be like, ugh.
Yeah, so like you're like in the middle of sipping all these milks, and then when you do that one, like people just like involuntarily just throw up.
Because, I mean, it's a sour thing, and when your body's expecting milk and it gets sour, it's like, this is bad milk, and you spit it out.
Yeah, the dude was like, you're drinking milk, which is the basest of drinks. Like on the base level, it's down there, and then orange juice is like one of the most acidic, so when your brain thinks you're drinking a base and you drink acid, it literally thinks it's poison. So it just reacts and purges the poison.
My God.
So I was on a TikTok phase for a while. They're going like, do people really throw up when they do this? And I was watching them all, and a lot of them do.
Fantastic.
Which I found interesting. I was like, you don't, do you? I don't think so. He did. Oh, wow.
That is not happening during our taste challenge.
No.
I'm going to tell you that right now.
That's why I'm bringing it up. Like, I can't be surprising Kelsey with shit. Like, I already gave you... Like, the curtain's drawn, man. We know. The wool is removed. Anyway, just the lights and stuff. I have it fixed. It's phenomenal. I hate that, like, we kind of do become dependent on the technology like that. It's like we used to see when we would watch TV, like, in the 90s, when, like, Dad would lose the remote, but he couldn't just get up and, like, turn the knob on the TV, you know?
Yeah.
Like, once you get to a point of, like, but this is more convenient, you don't want to go back to the old one. But see, it wasn't convenient to be able to flip the light switch, because to turn the light off, I was now in dark. I wanted to dim the shit, bro.
Yeah.
And the phone was the only way to do it. But anyway, I bought a new thing. Thankfully, Best Buy and Total Tech, that whole plan thing we're on, it was cheaper than normal. Literally plugged. So I told you, I did like 10 hours of work on it for it to,
That's too many.
like no avail. Plugged it in, everything worked immediately.
Ridiculous.
So I know you don't want to spend money, guys, but sometimes you got to spend fucking money, and it's stupid.
Yeah. I read this article about a technology thing that I think is going to tickle your brain.
Okay, before I get tickled, can I tickle this can?
Tickle that can. I'm drinking me a Polar Pap.
Okay.
Oh! Whoa! Saw that one.
It wasn't even it was just pure air. Like somebody just like went
I
in
saw
my
your
face.
hair like fly back. Your mustache went rippling.
I'm like offended. You
Dr.
know,
Pepper spit at you.
you know the thing that blows in your eye when you get your eye done?
Yes.
That happened in my mouth from this Dr. Pepper can. Is it gonna be flat? That's good. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So
Tickle me with this technology.
I read this article. So you have what, a Samsung S23, 22?
Just 20.
Just 20.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm way back there.
So you are one of the first people with that like ultra zoom lens, and right?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
where you
the,
can like take a
100
picture of
times
the
zoom.
moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the moon's like looking fucking crazy good.
It has never looked good.
Okay, interesting. So I read this article that this person took a picture of the moon. This is on not an article. This is a human experiment that was done on Reddit. The user's name is I Break Photos.
Cool.
So
okay.
this person took a picture of the moon and they were like shocked at the amount of detail they got out of it because they're like, oh man, that's cool. And they wanted to do some experiments. So what they did is they printed out a photo of the moon and tried to take a picture of the photo of the moon like in their room at night just to see what it would do. And it looked like more authentically bright than it should have because it was like a printout of a photo or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So they're like, that's weird. So they decided to scale a high def picture of the moon down to 170 pixels.
Okay.
And then blow it the fuck back up to make it like really stretched and squashed and blurry.
As shit. Okay.
Yeah. And then they even did like a blur filter over top of it. So it's basically just this like blurry whitish yellow orb.
Okay.
They printed that out, stuck it on like a backlit screen in their room, turned out all the lights, took a photo of that.
Okay.
The phone returned a crisp photo of a moon.
Did it really though?
It did. So
what?
Yeah, what Samsung has been doing, there's like some kind it's not clear what is happening, but it appears that Samsung is using some kind of like AI technology to kind of fill in pictures of the moon, like just based on like pictures of the moon that exist from high def telescopes and shit, just like existent photos out there.
Round ball, send them a picture of the moon.
Yes, that's what they're doing. They're just like lay a picture of the moon over that thing. Like,
okay.
How?
I didn't take a photo of the moon with my 120 times zoom or whatever. I just like zoomed in across the house or some shit, you know, and I was like, yeah, that looks like fucking shit. That's blurry as fuck. Like, it's super pixelated. It's gross.
Okay.
So I was like, why did we think this was cool? And now I guess it's because we've been lied to.
Yeah, we've been lied to. And it's weird to me how much like AI stuff is just in our things. And I wonder like how much of it we don't realize is there.
Do you want me to kind of blow your mind with another one?
Yes, please.
So the new Spider-Man game is coming out this year, right?
Okay.
So Insomniac Games is making Spider-Man 2 and then that Wolverine game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they are saying that they're using a new AI dialogue technology.
Oh.
So like when you're walking around in Swatter or something, right? And there's background people talking. Now they'll have an AI program that will come up with unique stuff more often. So because like when you play like Assassin's Creed or something, you're going to hear the fucking same line.
Yes.
5,000 fucking times.
Yeah.
A day. Not even just over the course of playing. You're going to hear it so fucking much that you can anticipate it before you hear it.
Yes. I know exactly that feel.
Well, now they're going to do some AI things, so you really don't know what you might hear. Like, you might get a unique piece of content every time you hear a background person.
Spoken by, like, a human voice?
It's an AI thing. So, it's kind of like the Luke Skywalker thing.
What do you mean?
Remember Mandalorian?
When they, like, filtered in, like, where they put the fucking...
They did, like, the voice filter on the thing. Because he didn't really do it.
Yeah.
But it was Luke Skywalker talking to you.
Right. That was super weird.
Yeah, so, like, this AI will have like, you know, probably you, Kelsey, the voice actress, will come in and read off, like, 50 to 100 words, and then this AI is going to take it from there, and you're not
Is it going to sound like the TikTok voice, though?
No, it's probably going to sound better, but, like...
I hate that TikTok voice. How to prank your sister with... dental floss.
That's a real person, though.
Yeah, but like fed through a machine.
But no, like that's how she sounds. Like I've seen her do the voice and she puts the enunciation in those same spots. It's fucking weird.
It's awful and I hate it.
But no, I would imagine it's going to sound more real. But like, see, I'm just taking AI from like art and voice acting now and stuff. But now apparently I'm going to take an accidental photo that this AI reads as like, oh, that might have been a bowl of chili, and it's just gonna feed me in a bowl of chili, and I'm like, that was my dog asleep on the couch, dude. Like, why did I get a bowl of chili? What?
Yeah, I don't like it, and I don't understand why we have a need for it. Like, if you're going to lie to your customers and be like, this camera can zoom in on the moon 100,000 times and make it nice and bright and crispy, just like, I know it doesn't sell good.
A moon tonight.
I know it doesn't sell as good commercially to be like, yeah, you take a picture of the moon, we'll send you a JPEG of the moon. Like, I don't like that they do it, and I don't know when they'll stop.
We're in a waxing crescent phase, so probably not a good enough picture for a moon. But
wait a few days.
I will try it. See, that's one of the things that I've never cared about during all that stuff. Because I did just get a TikTok of somebody like with an Apple phone and a Samsung phone, and they like zoom into a building like across a river or something.
Okay.
And like the iPhone one's like, okay, but the Samsung one is like crystal clear.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched that and literally went, I doubt that. Because I have that camera. Of course, it's not the one from the Samsung 23 or whatever, but like,
yeah,
I have the fucking 100 whatever zoom. I think it's blurry
not
at
that
10
good.
times zoom.
Yeah, like even on my Pixel, I've talked about how good I think the Pixel camera is, and it's not that good to like take a picture of the moon at 1 billion miles away. Like,
yeah,
the cameras are okay at best. Like, they're not as good as you ever see in the commercials where they're like wiping people out of the background of the pictures and shit.
Yeah,
like,
because I did try that one day, and it adds like a faint blur around that item. It is extremely cool because it does go away. Like, the middle of it completely gets cleaned up, but it's the outer part that's
just a little
fucked.
Yeah, like the ghost it left behind. I don't like that Samsung has just lied to people about it. It's super weird, and it was a very interesting thread if you want to look it up on Reddit. User iBreakPhotos.
I would follow that because I like how people do photos.
Yeah.
I don't think I could be a photographer, but I do appreciate the art, man. We were actually at Best Buy the other day, and I was like, man, I want a DSLR camera. And Taylor was like, why? I was like, you can take a cool photo with it.
You can take a nice picture.
When will I? Fucking never.
Yeah.
But that photo I did take, that's a nice photo.
That's a crispy picture. We got a DSLR camera. Is that what it is? DSLR?
I
DLSR?
think so.
DRSLD?
DSLR.
Nuts
DSLR camera, yeah.
DSLR camera. We got one of those back in like 2013 when they just started to become like, a big thing.
Yeah.
And took some nice photos, like leaves and flowers, but like, what was the point,
Where's that camera now?
Yeah, I don't know, in a closet?
See? Like, I do love the idea of cameras.
Yeah. Cameras are cool as shit.
What am I going to do?
What am I going to do with a camera? Like, I've got one on my phone. It's fine. I don't need a picture of the moon to be sent to me from NASA every time I take a picture of the moon.
No, that's fine.
It's fine. I'm just going to continue taking pictures of my kitty cats. And I swear to God, if they send me a picture of a different cat one day, I'm going to be like, I know what you're doing.
I'm telling you, like, you're going to take a picture of Wicket and be like, it's not my boy's eyes. That's not him. I know him.
I know my boy.
That's funky, dude.
Yeah, suspicious.
But since I have one of the Samsungs, when there is more of a full moon, I am going to test this myself as well.
Yeah, please report back because I'm curious.
I swear that when I did it, though, I just got like, just like a light in the sky. I was like, cool, no resolution to this at all.
Yeah.
But I'll try it. Okay. Would you like to take a break?
Yeah, please.
Want to go change this photo roll?
Do you remember like actually changing out film rolls?
I
was
never
always afraid, like, because they were always like, you're gonna ruin your pictures if you expose them to the light. So I'd always like do them in a dark bathroom.
I never had to like hook it to the thing. I had one where like it was like a cartridge, so you just like slid the cartridge in and then like when you cranked it, it did it all itself, and then you cranked
That's
it till it
nice.
went back in the cartridge. So I never really ever saw my film
Oh.
anytime
okay.
that I ever did it. I had like little baby cameras.
Yeah.
My first camera was by Crayola.
Oh, cute. I miss my digital camera, actually. Like, I remember in high school having a digital camera. It was like purple, and it was the coolest fucking thing I'd ever seen in my life. And I just took pictures at all of our little gatherings all the time.
That was my camera. I had that fucking camera. General chat.
Oh my God.
That was my first camera. Hands down.
Is that a viewfinder?
Um
It's a flash camera, but like it has 2 holes for your eyes.
No. Okay, so the one on the left there is well, no. You didn't look at it with both eyes.
Okay.
Like one was for something else. Like you look through the middle there.
Weird.
It was a fucking weird camera, dude. Do you remember having to hit the flash button and wait till the light came on
Yes. Oh my God.
before you could use the flash?
Cameras, man, we grew up like in the age of cameras, like
For real.
when they transformed from
Digital
bulky
cameras
ass
for us were
equipment.
a huge... Dude, if you had a digital camera...
You were fucking the coolest, right?
You were fucking awesome because you could just wear it around your fucking wrist and you had it on you all the time. And you could be like, look at all these hundreds of photos in my thing.
Look at all these pictures.
And now we do that all the time and no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. Anyway.
You
Yeah.
want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break. A lot of comedians do music, though.
They do. Bo started a thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, there was a song on Rock Band that was Stephen Colbert. Like,
What?
Stephen Colbert.
I do not remember that.
Yeah, he had a song. And I'm like, that's weird. You know? Adam Sandler was big in music.
Oh, yeah.
Did
There's been,
albums and
like-
shit all the time.
Yeah, music
Like,
comedy has been a thing for years and years. I think with YouTube, though, it's just like taken a new direction.
yeah.
Tenacious D, like you said, is just...
Yeah, and then like Tenacious D. And there's some of those songs that just are actually good.
Yes. Man, I heard Jack Black cover, what the fuck was that song? It's like an 80s ballad, and it was so, like, raw and
Oh,
emotional
dude.
and good. Jack
He
Black,
can sing, dude.
for real, like, he has no right to be so good at singing.
Dude, well, Kyle can't sing, man, but like the guitar that fool comes up with,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Why you guys have these? You know,
You can't be good at music and comedy. Leave some for the rest of us. If you folks enjoyed that bit of the preamble, you can get the full bonus episode by going over to patreon.com/YMBToAP, which stands for You Must Be Thinking of Another Podcast. That's the podcast you're listening to right now. You can sign up there to be a patron. The patrons are our besties, our wonderful, wonderful children, our shrimps. We love them so much. The patrons help us create the show. They are executive producers. They help us get some content. They tell us what they want to see, and we provide. If you want to be the ultimate supporter and listen up. If you want to be the ultimate supporter, you can get yourself some new, shiny, fresh YMBToAP gear over at the YMBToAP Apparel store. We got all sorts of new designs in there for you. I think we designed like 6 or 7 new things. Our patrons get special access to a certain line of merch that only they get. It's called the Shrimp Council.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very exclusive club. You got to be a patron if you want into that. Patrons, go ahead and check the secret Discord for the link to that special piece of merch. If you are not in the Patreon, you can go to the show notes where that shop link lives. We've got so many good things in there. And hey, just for you, why don't you go ahead and use that code for 10% off? It is called 4 years, number 4, letter YEARS, 4 years, because we're celebrating 4 years of YMBToAP.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder how we came up with that one. That gem of a password.
I can't believe it's been 4 years almost. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Time is so
feels like 2, honestly.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I want to tell you about my favorite piece of merch. Let me go look at it again because I forgot what it is.
Let me tell you about my favorite piece of merch that I don't recollect
I can't even
at
think
all.
of right now. One of my favorite new pieces of merch that we have is called Not Sponsored, Just Passionate. Go on a deep dive with the YMBToAP. Ride the wave. We're not sponsored. We're just passionate. Go check that out. We have shirts, tank tops, hoodies. We got new fun items like pillows and wall art and just a bunch of cool stuff that you can get. We got notebooks. You
Yeah.
want a notebook? We got notebooks.
I'm going to tell you about my favorite new piece of merch. So I'm all about that every Monday. We had a cute little truck last
Yeah.
time. I like every Monday Mike. He's just a little microphone, bebopping along, passing you the good, fresh YMBToAP. I love him.
He's fantastic. I hope you guys check out our shop, and I hope you use the code 4years to get you 10% off, because you deserve it. We'll treat for you. Thank you so much to all of our supporters. Let's get you on back to that regularly scheduled YMBToAP content.
I don't even know how to go about all this with you, man. I feel like
Started at the top.
I feel like I'm just gonna make you mad about the American healthcare system.
I'm already mad about that.
Let's just go full in. So
Let's do it.
I don't know if I told you guys about Taylor having like potential gallbladder problems. I think I told you, but like
You told me, but I don't know if you told the show.
yeah, she's had like some pain, so it's like above the kidney. It's not in the kidney. It's
Okay.
like above the kidney, almost like under the shoulder blade, kind of. And then it like
Is that where her
wraps
like shoulder
around.
problems have been coming in?
No,
Or is that a different thing entirely?
totally different thing.
Okay, she's just fucked up.
Yeah,
I love you, Taylor.
but like this thing's been hurting, and so we went to one place, and they ran like every test imaginable.
Well, at least they're running tests. That's a good
except
start.
for the one
Motherfucker.
that can confirm if it's your gallbladder.
Why would they not run that test?
Because where we went doesn't do it. Then we went
Why?
to an actual hospital,
Okay.
and I went to a hospital that said, "Yeah, we don't have gastro people here. Like
Okay.
we just don't have any on staff. We are a small hospital, so we don't
What the fuck?
do gastro stuff. So
We're a
therefore,
hospital that doesn't do tummy.
can't tell you, right?
Okay.
So we've been to 2 places thus far, and this past week, so last Wednesday, we went to this surgeon dude who was supposed to set up this other test for her. It's called
Okay.
a HIDA scan, right? Now,
Sure.
I'm eating this shit up kind of because I like to know how like that's. I don't want to do it. I want to be around it, but I want to understand what doctors are doing, right?
Yeah.
So this HIDA scan is they inject a fucking tracker into your vein, and it goes, and it fucking follows your vein. It gets pumped through the blood, man,
I don't like that.
and it ends up by the gallbladder. And then they inject
then
a little
what?
stuff that makes your gallbladder go and like tense up, and then they measure how it tenses, and then they can tell whether or not your gallbladder works well or not.
That's bizarre.
And then just imagine a big old tape measure just sucking it all back out.
No.
So yeah, that's scheduled now. So we have to wait to do that test, then go back to the surgeon dude for him to go, I saw that
God.
test. Let me schedule a surgery.
And she's been in pain for 3 weeks.
3 weeks as of now. When you're hearing this on the 27th, if you're listening day of, which of course you are.
Of course you are. You're a fan.
Yeah. She's not getting that test for another week.
What the fuck?
And then is due back to see the surgeon dude a week from then. Then he has to schedule the surgery, which could be a week or more.
You know what, man? Okay. My parents are from Canada, so they are like, they know what the healthcare system is like outside of US.
Yeah.
And they have always talked about how like the Canadian system is not superior because every time you have like a problem, you have to wait in line because it's like socialized healthcare up there.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing a difference. Taylor's waiting in like several lines to get anything done with this.
Yeah. Why do I go to one person, pay you $150 for him to go, that's the guy you need to see. So then you go
Yeah.
to that guy, and then he goes, I need to send you to this. You know what it makes me think of?
What?
The King of the Hill episode where he gets the mold in the wall.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And it's like the mold dudes are in works with the like contractor dudes who are in work with
Yes.
the insurance dude, and they were all building and playing this whole thing up to like extend the process and get more money and all that
all
shit.
just a big scam.
Yeah, when I can cut it out for free.
Yeah.
So I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, so it's been 3 weeks now, and at the earliest, we're looking at 3 more weeks before this can go away. So it's gonna have
My
been
God.
like a month and a half.
That is too much.
So we're pretty sure there's no gallstones.
That's good.
But that means the problem is the organ doesn't know how to function properly.
That's not good.
So every time you eat something greasy, which
Uh-huh.
is typically fatty foods,
Yeah.
your gallbladder will squeeze, and that excretes the bile that digests fatty or greasy food stuff.
Okay.
And basically what they're saying is probably the problem is it's squeezing, and then it's stuck in the squeeze motion. So like imagine just like a cramp like in your back of a thing
Ugh.
that like won't let go,
Fucking stuck in squeeze mode. Nobody wants that.
It's stuck in squeeze mode. You pretty much got to cut it out. But when you don't have your gallbladder, you got to change your diet most times.
Yeah, you got to change like your whole ass diet, like everything.
But sometimes, because Taylor's sister had hers out, she hadn't changed a goddamn thing, and she's like, life is just fine.
Okay.
Whereas my mom got hers out, and she's she cannot even eat the same shit anymore.
Yeah.
Like, she can't. Like, bad stuff happens when she eats the wrong stuff,
Yeah.
Like, it's two different extremes from people that had, like, the same shit happen.
It's ridiculous.
So, like,
the
you
human
can't
body
know.
sucks.
It does. It's so stupid.
It's terrible. It doesn't know when to see right. It doesn't know when to digest right.
I know. It's pissing me off, man.
Makes you throw up when you drink acids.
I know. Body's stupid.
Horrible place, truly.
Like, why does it exist? Why is it here?
Who made this?
Why do
I
we
wanna
think we're
talk to
top of
manager.
the food chain? I mean, we are top of
God.
the food chain, but why do we think we're top of the planet? Like,
How did we get here?
we forget how to see if we're in a dark room too long. Like, come on. So, yeah. Now we got to do all that shit. I took off work to take her to that appointment because
Yeah.
I thought we were probably doing a surgery. I was like, yeah, let's fucking get this cut open. Let's get it go.
Let's do it.
And then, we were in and out in 5 minutes. And he goes, yep, you need to see somebody else. I'll see you in a little bit.
My God.
Here's the new appointment date. Bye. And then left. And he was a phenomenal dude. And everything ties back, man. We're tying back to pre-ramble, all that shit. Now we're talking about this. You ready?
Okay.
Sitting in the room, waiting for him to come in. And I'm like, man, these are really neat photos on the wall. How cool are these? I was like, how cool are these fucking photos? And then I'm looking at them, and I go, what's the surgeon's name? And Taylor tells me his name, and I was like, these are his photos. This dude takes crispy fucking photos.
He's making you wait on surgery so that you have to come back and look at his photos again and be like, man, these are nice photos. And they're going to have to buy his merch.
He had a picture of like a lionfish, and I could see all the fucking whiskers on that thing. It was phenomenal. Then he had like a picture of like white-tip sharks in like like an aquarium, and then Taylor's sitting there in pain like, and I'm like, do you ever see Deuce Bigelow? Because like the lionfish with like Deuce Bigelow. You remember that movie? Oh, you haven't seen that one? Oh, it's about a lionfish.
Oh my God.
So he has to go take care of the lionfish, and Taylor's like, fucking shut your mouth, dude. I'm not here for Deuce Bigelow.
No.
And I was like, that dude's mean. He taps on the glass real hard. It's not nice.
It's not nice to the fishies.
So, I don't know, man. I am thankful that I don't... Well, I also don't go when I should go to the doctor.
Yeah, same.
I was going to say, like, I'm glad that I haven't needed to, but, like, I need to now, and I'm not going.
I'm overdue because my fucking doctors keep retiring. I had a doctor who retired, like, shortly after COVID because he was like, I can't do doctoring anymore. And
I
that's
see
fair.
the doctor every fucking day.
Dr. Pepper.
As I hold up a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, so my first doctor retired, and then they were like, you're going to be under the care of this new lady. And I went and saw her exactly once, and then she was like, I'm moving to Houston. So now my allergy medicine is due for renewal, and I have to actually go to the doctor, but I don't want to, so I'm probably not going to.
I kind of want to go to the doctor.
Why do you want to go to the doctor?
Because I want to do the allergy stuff.
Eh.
I want to get the cat shots, man.
Yeah,
I'm curious about that.
I do think about getting the allergy shots still. And, like, man,
It'd be neat.
It'd be neat to not have allergies anymore. And I keep thinking, like, it's going to take so much time, though. Like, I have to go every fucking week for 2 years, but the time's going to pass anyway.
I mean, YMBToAP is 4.
Yeah. And I've been talking about allergy shots for like 3 years anyway, so I could have been done by now if I just started. But
exactly.
But you know what?
So, I don't
Fucking
know.
doctors.
I don't know what to do with that gall gal, man. Gallbladders are stupid.
Yeah, I hope that she finds some, I don't know, answers, gets some peace about it.
So now I have to bring this is going to be such a YMBToAP conversation.
Okay.
And it's going to become more difficult as we try to figure this out. I don't expect this to conclude right now.
Okay.
But I want to bring it up, get you guys all excited, and then we'll take it from there.
All right.
But I got a question for you.
Ask away.
So, due to the whole gallbladder problem stuff, Taylor was like, I don't want to do anything. Can we just fucking sit on the couch and watch a movie?
Yeah.
And I was like, sure. I was like, I know she's having a bad day. I don't want to watch like a comedy movie. Like, I don't know. I'm not in a comedy movie mood. I was like,
okay.
But what else can feel good? Because I was like, all right, well, we can't do a horror movie. Horror movies are typically sad.
But
they typically end bad. Yeah, but more often than not, you're left with, because like that's the whole point of horror. You're left with that, uh-oh, what next? What else could happen,
I guess.
Like, they're not always happy, right?
Sure.
And I was like, but what's pretty close to always being pretty happy without being a comedy movie?
What?
Action movie, dude.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, you could watch a good action movie and feel pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
Right? So I was like, all right. I don't feel like going to get the drives. I got 5,000 movies on those. Like, let's just go to my Vudu. I'm bound to have something that I already own that I've put the code in for.
Uh-huh.
So I'm browsing, and I passed by this one movie, and I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good one. I've been thinking about that. And it was funny. I had thought about me and her watching that movie like 3 days before.
Okay.
I've been trying to get her to watch this movie for like 10 years.
What movie?
So I was like, okay, I'm going to give you 3 choices.
Okay.
I was like, we can do... See, I don't even remember the choices now because I had the one that I wanted.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we can watch this one. This is my bottom pick because it's kind of whatever. I was like, oh, well, we could do any Arnold movie. I was like, I wish you'd watch Last Action Hero. It is the funniest of the bunch that I can think of. I was like, but I think you'd like True Lies. It's him and Jamie Lee Curtis. That's a good movie. That's a solid one. I was like, or can watch this movie that I have asked about 1,000 times. And she's like, I don't know. You pick. I don't want to pick this. And I was like,
okay,
I'm picking this one, and we're going to watch it. So I turned on Star Trek.
Star Trek.
From 2009. Chris Pine.
Is that an action movie?
I mean, it's a sci-fi action movie.
Okay.
Have you seen it, man?
No, I've never taken in any Star Trek content. What's happening?
I'm getting real close. I'm getting real close to Kelsey right now.
Oh my God.
This has to be so weird for the people listening because, one, they feel like I'm just really close to them. But
Yeah.
they have to picture this is how you feel because I said I'm close to you.
How I feel.
And I'm leaning way into the camera as well.
His face is right in the camera.
Okay. I don't do Star Trek. I don't fucking like Star Trek. Star Trek is bogus, dude.
Yeah.
Star Trek
like
is
why?
bogus.
Why are you watching the Star Trek movie then?
Because the Star Trek movie's fucking good.
Okay.
I saw that in the theater when it came out, right?
Why?
Because
What possessed
it
you?
was that.
You were just like, I've never seen a Star Trek thing in my life. I don't like sci-fi particularly. I'm gonna go watch this.
people like Star Trek, so I went
Sure.
and saw Star Trek, right?
Okay, Chris Pine. He can do
Well,
no wrong.
he wasn't a person yet. Like, people didn't
Oh.
know Chris Pine when this was coming out.
You didn't know him from what? Not Another Teen Movie?
That's Chris Evans.
Chris
Bro,
Evans. God damn, I missed them.
Don't you be flirting right now, man. Not all
sorry.
white. Not all. Well, all white Chris's are very similar, but
Yeah, they are. They all look the same, except for Chris
What?
Pratt.
that's true. But no, Chris Pine. See, we even talked about it. We were like, he's not in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But if you know him, you fucking know Chris Pine.
Yeah.
For me, he is the Star Trek movie,
Uh-huh.
Into the Woods, the musical, because he does that agony song, which is the fucking funniest thing of all time, which has made me, that's what made me really like him.
Okay.
And then that Hell or High Water movie, which you gotta see Hell or High Water, though. That movie fucking rocks. It was up for Best Picture. Did not want to see it.
He was
Saw
also
it,
in
and it was phenomenal.
Don't Worry, Darling, right? He's the one of the Spitgate guys.
Yeah, but I already knew him before then, and he's barely in
Yeah.
it, so I was like, you don't count
He's,
that.
he's in Spitgate more than he's in that movie.
Oh, yeah. See, I only care about Spitgate because of Star Trek. But anyway, I saw the Star Trek movie when it first came out, and it's fucking so good. Like, I would love to show you some scenes from it, and you'd be like, oh, yeah, I see the action, bro. Dude,
Okay.
they space jump. Okay,
Space jump.
they go to a planet that these people are, like, drilling a hole into, and they have this stuff called red matter. Okay.
Okay.
If you guys are Trekkies out there, I'm sorry. My sole experience with Star Trek is this movie.
Okay.
I didn't watch the shows. I've never seen the older movies. So if red matter's a bigger thing in the older shit, sorry, I don't fucking know about it.
That's fine. I forgive you.
But the red matter, it creates black holes.
Okay.
So they're drilling into this planet down to the core, and then they're going to drop the red matter in it and create a black hole in the middle of a fucking planet and destroy it.
That's intense.
So they are going to stop the drill, but the only way to get to it, because it's heavily guarded, is space jump. They have to jump out of their spaceship, careen down, and like fucking like halo jump, like parachute it, and land on this drill while guys come out and they got to fucking fight people and stop the drill and stuff. It's action, dude.
Yeah, it sounds very actiony.
And Kumar is fucking in that movie, and he's doing hand-to-hand combat with people. But what's funny is they're like, who's got hand-to-hand combat? And he's like, I do. And then as they're like falling down, he's like, what kind of fighting do you know? And he's like, fencing. So he just fucking busts out a sword and starts like fencing people on this fucking thing, man.
Totally normal thing to do. Sure.
I think you would like it, because I think if this movie didn't do so well, Force Awakens wouldn't have happened.
Really? Why?
Because J.J. Abrams is the guy that did the Star Trek movie.
Oh.
And then they went, fuck, he revitalized an ancient sci-fi thing. Hey, can you revitalize an ancient sci-fi thing? And then he did
said
Star Wars.
No.
But he did, because he did Force Awakens.
In his own way.
And I love Force Awakens. It's the only one I count of the new trilogy.
I can't even remember any of them, to be honest.
Yes, you can. Traitor! That's all you need to know.
Oh,
about
God. Yeah, I
Force
love that.
Awakens. That's all you need to know. So, I turned on Star Trek.
Okay.
And the reason why, I was really close to getting her to watch it one time.
Mm-hmm.
But she came in, which, by the way, Chris Hemsworth is in the
Oh my
beginning
God.
of this movie.
We can't fit any more Chris's.
And guess what? Thor hadn't come out yet, so nobody knew who he fucking was.
How old is this movie?
2009. It's
That
a
seems
old movie.
so recent.
Yeah, but like Thor was, I think, like 2010, maybe.
Ugh. This is 14 years ago. That's long enough ago.
Thor was 2011.
Jesus.
That doesn't even feel that old, but it's really old. Anyway, it's got a banger opening. Like, fuck you guys. I'm spoiling the opening, so Kelsey can be like, okay, I could get in it. It opens with just like a spaceship out doing their stuff, and then like this ship emerges from a fucking black hole out of nowhere and starts to attack them, right? And then they hail the ship and they go, hey, send your captain over and we'll leave you alone. You should probably come over. They turned off. So the captain's like, okay, you're in charge, Chris Hemsworth. I'm going to go over there. So he goes over there, and they're all like, what's the star date? Like, what fucking year is it? And he finds out that they're from the future.
Oh, shit.
And the date that they give him is like way too far back from what they were looking for, so they get pissed and kill him, and they just decide to bomb the ship and kill everybody, right? It's like
Okay,
the
that's a
opening
fair
10
response.
minutes, right?
What the fuck?
In that 10 minutes, Chris Hemsworth has become the captain. Now he's evacuating the entire ship because they're getting blown to shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And then he's all like, bloop, hey, did you guys get my wife out of here yet? And they're like, we're doing it right now. And she's currently giving birth. So
Why?
they're like wheeling her to the escape pod. And he's all like, cool, I'll be there
God.
in a second. And then it's all like, whoop, autopilot doesn't work anymore. So
Oh, no.
manual drive. And he's like, cool, get her off the ship right now. Like, I'm not going to be there. And they're all like, what? And he's like, you got to go. So everybody leaves. And then he's on the phone with her while she gives birth. And they have and then they have a discussion about what to name him as he drives that ship into theirs to like stop what's going on. And he saves all the crew, but he dies as his son is fucking born.
Horrible.
And I watched that one day, and Taylor's like, "Fuck that movie! I don't want to watch it," and then left the room. And I was like, "But it's so good." So before we, by the way, my question hadn't even happened yet. I got to give you all this pretext.
This is all pre-ramble for it.
Before we watched it, I was like, I know you don't like the beginning. Fucking get over it. Let's get into this. And she was like, what is happening? And then she watched it, was like, I remember. I was like, okay, cool.
Okay.
Let's keep going. So we watched it. And I was like, well, and she goes, that movie fucking ruled. I was like,
Okay.
Cool. I guess time for bed. And she's like, oh no. Let's watch the second one now. So we
All
watched
right.
part 2 until like 1 in the morning, right?
Nice.
So we got one left, and I was thinking about it. So I had seen that first one a billion times. I
Yeah.
never watched 2 and 3 until 2020, and I've only seen them one time a piece. So I kind of didn't remember them. And
Mhm.
part 2 is a fucking banger, man. That was a good movie. And I was sitting there, and here's the question. You ready?
Okay.
You're not ready for
Ready.
for how hard the question is.
Okay, I'm not.
I go, man, these 3 movies are solid. How many other movie franchises have like an untarnished, solid set of movies? And it is exceptionally hard to find that answer.
To find like a trilogy that is
Not even a trilogy. That's where part of the fucking problem with this question comes in, because I said these 3 Star Trek movies,
Uh-huh.
classify. Those 3 movies, bangers. Since it's like a reboot of those old ones, it's not related to those. Therefore, I think these stand apart. Right?
Okay.
That's how this gets hard. So then I raised original Star Wars trilogy because I feel
Yeah.
like that is separate from prequels,
Yeah.
separate from the new ones. And then I had a discussion at work, and they were like, but the new ones with Rey do literally continue the story from the original trilogy, so they should be included. That's a 6
I don't-
stack.
I don't include them though. They're their own thing.
I said, if your movies feel like they're of a different era,
Yeah.
but then I said maybe saga, because you can watch each of those trilogies as their own pack.
Yeah, for sure.
But is that the rule we're going to go with? Because how do you then classify what is a continuation of your original story or not? Because if a movie, let's say, has a sequel 20 years later,
Mm-hmm.
when I asked the question at work, the first thing I got was Kill Bill, and I said, I'm not going to count that.
Why not?
I don't know. It was too simple because it's just 2 movies. We feel like it's a trilogy minimum.
Okay.
Like, you got to have 3 movies minimum to be in the grouping, right?
John Wick. Easy.
That is one of them. Oh, hands down, that's fucking one
Yeah,
of them.
hands down.
Because I brought up Die Hard. Fails
Yeah.
miserably. Oh, fails
You think so?
miserably.
I like all the Die Hards.
A Good Time to Die Hard. The 5th one.
Actually, I haven't even seen that.
Yeah, that's why you think they're all good.
Okay.
Dude, I chose to go to sleep in the theater on that movie.
Dang.
His son is magically a cop like him now, and then they decide to go to Russia. They go to Chernobyl and choose to get radiated just to stop the bad guy. They're like, we can't go in and not die, so let's just do it. And it was weird. And it didn't work. And then so here was the other part. I said, do you do this based on like Rotten Tomatoes, like user scores,
No.
all that stuff, or do you just have to know universally people didn't like this movie, therefore this series can't count. So like,
yeah.
because I was talking to Haley about it, and I said,
Okay.
your franchise, sadly not in here. She's like, I already know, Godfather 3 sucks. We know the world hates it. I was like, okay, good. Godfather can't be in here. And those movies are prestigious, but they can't go on this list.
Okay.
There's a bad movie. Terminator, definitely not on this list. There are shit movies in that franchise.
So what about... Okay, so pretty much every James Bond movie is universally liked, right?
No, not even
No?
close.
But do you count those as separate because there's like different
See?
Bonds?
That was a question today. And I say yes.
So they're like different eras.
I say they're different eras because it's not really a story. You're not continuing Sean Connery's story up through Daniel Craig's story, you know?
Yeah.
I would say yes. You could count them as different ones. And I can only give a positive to, I think, Daniel Craig's Bond. No one else has consistently good movies within their run.
Okay. Did Daniel Craig have Casino Royale?
Yes.
That was his first one, right?
Yeah.
Is that movie liked?
Yeah.
Okay.
People love that movie. I think the one that's closest to tarnishing that is Spectre. Oh, no. No, I might have fucked that up because I hated Quantum of Solace, like, big time.
Oh, no.
But it's not personal. This can't be a personal thing. You got to pull your personal from it because you can like
Okay.
a movie that the world hates.
Yeah, true.
Does the world
See?
consider it good? That's
That's-
why the question's hard.
Yeah, that is why the question's hard. Because, like, the Star Wars 1, 2, and 3, like, I liked those movies a lot, but I know that people fucking hated them.
Like, Clone Wars is what ruins that for me.
Clone Wars is
Not
what?
Clone Wars, sorry. Attack of the Clones.
Okay.
I always call
yeah.
it Clone Wars, but Attack of the
Yeah.
Clones, fucking sand, ruins, prequel holds no chance for me.
That's why everybody hates it. And I,
'Cause it's
having
bad.
watched Clone Wars, love that trilogy. It's so good. And I think it's redeemed because of what Dave Filoni has done for the series, but that's a separate argument entirely.
Yes.
A
So,
good, solid set of movies, untarnished by
I mean,
society's expectations.
bangers. Every movie is just like, yup, we love it. Now, here's another wrinkle. Ready for this one?
Okay. No.
So, Haley's been watching all the Spider-Man, so she was like, okay, do you do Tom Holland's Spider-Man? I said, no. That is fully part of that full MCU story. I cannot single out those 3 Spider-Mans.
Why?
They're not separate movies. They are part of
They're
that
not?
full chunk.
Are there other heroes in them?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't single out the 3 Thors or the 4 Thors or whatever because they're all part of that MCU story. See, this
I
is
don't
where
think-
I think people will get into technicalities. And that's
I
why
don't want to count anything in the Marvel Universe. I'm telling you right now. If you think the
That's
Marvel
why
Universe is flawless,
we
get better
have
opinions.
to have rules for what this is.
Have to have rules.
And because Haley ruined Star Wars for me, I had the original trilogy in the list and she took it out and ruined it for me.
Why?
Because of how it is continued in the next one. Because we do have
I-
Luke straight up in it
But I
from
disagree.
his story.
It's
But-
a different era.
It is, and that I still hold with that.
Yeah.
But are we going to say it's just because it's 20 years later, 30 years later? The movie is still the story of Luke at its core still.
Yeah. But the way that they're structured is as trilogies. You have 4,
That
5,
is
and
true.
6. You have 1, 2, and 3, and then you have 7,
See,
8, and 9.
I said you make it separate because it's not the same story. We created a story following it way down the road. We didn't have...
Right.
We weren't planning on Rey, even
Yeah,
in the
no.
2000s, you know?
Like, you have the Luke trilogy, you have the Anakin trilogy, and then you have the Rey trilogy.
No, we don't.
Those are...
We have the Rey sole single movie. Force Awakens. I still hold with that, but we need clear defined rules.
You know what I'm nominating is Rogue 1, 2, and 3.
What?
It's just Rogue One, watched 3 times.
But that's the game. And it's hard. It's really hard because then so I only really raised 1 or 2 more franchises. I said How to Train Your Dragon. Those are
Okay.
universally... Oh, dude, you got to watch those movies one day.
I guess I do.
They're going to hit you so hard and you're not ready.
Well, people fucking love Frozen, and Frozen 1 sucked.
Nobody really likes Frozen. Kids like
Ask
Frozen.
any child.
Yeah, ask kids. I mean people. People love How to Train Your Dragon. Toy Story's iffy.
I don't count Toy Story.
Because people
I
hated 4.
Yeah, I would have counted it if it ended at 3.
I know, but see, I said yes. And then, I don't know. I need to get more, public opinion on 4.
Yeah.
Because I think 4 was divisive. I have heard it pretty lukewarm. That doesn't make it a banger. I mean, you gotta, it's good.
Right.
I think Toy Story's out. That's how elite it is to be part of this list, man. If Toy Story can't cut it, this is a hard list.
Yeah.
I want to play this game forever.
I need you guys to write in.
Yeah.
Genuinely, please.
But
we need opinions on this.
I think we need to define the rules. What classifies it? Because, what if, you had a solid trilogy and then one movie came down the road 15 years later, still technically part of that story. It's not a trilogy of, this is the one story. You just had 3 good movies. See if you can guess what I'm talking about.
I can't.
Indiana Jones.
Okay.
But I think people hate Temple of Doom, so I didn't even think Crystal Skull's what ruined it for people.
I didn't even like the first Indiana Jones movie, so I can't really have an opinion on that.
Well, it's a solid movie. Everyone loves it.
I suppose.
Most people
it's a
like
product
it.
of its time.
Yeah. The only other one that we came up with was, Back to the Future. I don't know many people that have a dislike for any one of them. I've never seen
or
them.
Ghostbusters?
So I can't say.
Not counting the women Ghostbusters, which is clearly not the superior Ghostbusters.
Then see, we can't count Ghostbusters because there's only 2 of them then.
Are there? I thought there were 3.
It's only really 2.
I thought it was 3 and then the lady one and then the new one.
Nope, there's only the 2.
Okay.
Because then there is that new one, which is a continuation. So do you wrap it into the other 2? That's
people
why
hated
this
that
is
movie for whatever
hard,
reason.
We need to come up with rules, and then I want a list. And guess what? I found this question on Reddit. People have been doing this debate. The one I found was 3 years old.
Oh my god.
And John Wick was the crown on that one too. Everyone was like,
When
John
did
Wick.
John Wick 3 come out? Because honestly, there is nothing at all wrong with John Wick. It is.
Oh no, all of those are fucking bangers.
I'm thinking horror franchises because I think in every horror
2019.
franchise though there is just a fucking turd in the punch bowl for each one, right? There's always one that's just this is bad.
Yeah, because I love Freddy, but boy howdy, there are a bunch of shit Nightmare Before Christmases.
Yeah,
Nightmare on Elm Streets. There's a bunch of shitty ones.
Yeah.
There's ones that I don't like. Halloween, nope. There's a bunch of bad ones there.
What about Jeepers Creepers? Was it just 2 of those?
There's just 2. There are 4 now, and
shit.
and that 3rd and 4th one, utter shit.
Okay.
So bad, ruined it. Jaws, can't go on the list. Everyone hates those movies. It's hard to go these are 3 solid bangers. But I fully stand by that this Star Trek trilogy thing, those 3 movies are fucking solid.
Okay.
'Cause I remember when I watched them going how are these that consistently good?
Yeah.
Do you have movies that you know, besides John Wick? You came out with that one quick. I haven't heard anything else.
I don't see movies.
Oh, man.
I can't think of any other, I can't even think of any other trilogies, let alone flawless ones.
I'm going to give one.
Okay.
You can't say anything because you know it's true. We both feel the same,
Do we?
but you know this is true.
Fast and Furious?
No. Lord of the Rings belongs on the list.
Oh.
It belongs
No.
on the list. Those are
It
3
doesn't,
extremely
though.
solid, very well-loved movies that is
That I
consistently
will
good.
never, ever understand why they're so well loved.
I know that, but they are, so it
But
counts.
why? If you're going to write in and tell me Lord of the fucking Rings, don't write in.
So then I asked Belinda at work, and you know what her first her go-to, got it,
What?
that's Harry Potter. And I said no.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure the 5th one is
Not loved, yeah.
Or
The fourth
7
one.
part 1 or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, even if you got one misstep, you're off the list, buddy. You're off the list. Because I thought Die Hard was solid, and then I forgot about the fucking 5th one.
Everyone forgets about that one.
Fucking 5th one.
Why you
It's
gotta
so
make
bad.
5? Are the Rocky movies all good?
Oh, nope.
Okay.
Nope. The 5th one ruined it.
What's wrong with number 5?
If that 5th one hadn't happened, I would say 100% that belongs on there.
5th one hits and the series goes down.
Pretty much.
Does that mean YMBToAP has to stop before 5 years?
No, we're going to follow Seinfeld rule. We at least get 9.
Okay.
Another one, Desi will love this one. People were throwing Scream out there.
Yeah, but Scream 5
I
is
don't know.
universally shit on, isn't it? Or is it 4?
I think so. I think it's 4 and 5.
One of them in the middle there, the people were like, no, bad.
Yeah, but see, a lot of people kept trying to fight, like, no, let's take it to just the first 3. But that goes against the point of the whole
Crux
question.
of the argument, yes.
The thing is, who is just completely untainted, purely great goods?
Yeah.
And it is extremely hard to have it. Pixar can't even get on the list, man. Like, they don't even have many trilogies because they got Cars. They fucked that up with part 2.
Yeah, okay.
God, Cars 2 is the worst movie I've ever seen. Even though they blow that dude up, I loved it.
I don't think any comedies, prove me wrong, I don't think any comedies have a good trilogy. Like The Hangover.
Oh, wrong. There is one. There is
Oh,
one that
okay.
came up. Taylor brought this one up. You ready?
Yeah.
It's solid. You can't fight this one.
Okay.
Austin Powers.
Oh, yeah, 100,000%.
That's the only one for comedies that I've
Yeah.
agreed with.
Not a bad movie in that bunch.
That one tracks because I said Shrek, and Taylor fought. Taylor fought hard. She loves 3, but 3 is bad, man.
People didn't
It's a
like
bad
3.
one.
Yeah.
Shrek can't even cut the list, my dude. it's an elite list. So, this is the new YMBToAP game.
Okay.
I want this. I want a huge list.
Yeah, please tweet us. Get in the Discord. Let's have a big episode discussion about this.
That's what I want, man. Like, I want a whole channel where we fucking come up with the rules, we get everything set up, and then fucking list them, man.
All right.
Because that Reddit post was just John Wick, Lord of the Rings, John Wick, Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings, John Wick.
Lord
The
of
Hobbit
the Johns,
sucks.
Wick of the Rings.
Lord of the Wicks. Yeah. So, that's my new question now. And I've been literally thinking about it all day.
I hate Lord of the Rings, man. I'm sorry.
It's not great, dude.
I wish I liked it. I think that's why I'm so mad about it, is because I wanted to like this series so bad, and I tried so hard to get into it. I tried. It makes me angry that everyone is
I'm
having a
trying to
good time
think
and I
of
can't
why.
participate.
Because I can't say it's because... Okay, so, like, I don't watch Star Trek, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff in the new ones that are referencing the old stuff that would mean the world to somebody that lived it, grew up with it and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
does Lord of the Rings mean a lot to people that grew up with fantasy being not as popular? So this was the thing
Maybe.
that made it, so that's why they like it? I keep hearing that it's about the world building and stuff, and it's like, okay. I don't know. I thought Lord of the Rings was fine.
If I had read the books as a kid, I think I would feel differently about the movies.
I am very 50. Like, I don't hate them,
Yeah.
but I don't think about them.
Yeah.
Like, I watched them, and they were a story that I've seen, and I'm done with that. You know.
Yeah.
And it sucks that there's movies that I love to death that I think about all the time, and they can't go on this list.
Because they're just solo or duos.
Or they were part of shit franchises later
Yeah.
on. Like, Starship Troopers is a phenomenal movie. I love it. It has 4 movies.
Jesus.
And the first one is the only good one.
Okay. We don't
Can't go on
count
the
television, right? Television's like out.
How would it be television, though?
Like Breaking Bad, 5 solid seasons. Season 4 got a little muddy.
That can be a separate discussion. We can totally have that fucking discussion.
Okay.
Because if you want to do that, I raise you a Rebels.
Yeah.
I raised you at Rebels. I thought that was a good fucking show, man.
Went down smooth.
Clone Wars, I would not give you.
No.
I would not raise you a Clone Wars.
Clone Wars took about 3 seasons to really get going.
I will fucking raise you a Rebels though. That was
raise
a
you
solid show.
A Mandalorian, an Andor.
I don't know because I haven't seen them.
You gotta see them.
Well,
Baby
I had
Yoda's
to take
doing so
I
many
had to take a
cute things.
2-year break to watch Clone Wars and Rebels so I could be in the mindset of Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so then for that one, how many seasons have to be good, or do you just
All of
say
them.
the show has to be complete, so we can't count
Pristine.
current TV shows? So like,
Yeah, show's got to be over.
you could have a show that's ongoing. You're like, it's still good now,
Yeah.
but they could always fuck it up.
Like, I personally would count Game of Thrones, but everyone else hated the last season, so they wouldn't.
That is true. So I think that's off the list
Off the list.
because it's not about us. It's about
not
the
about us.
world. It's about the world. What does the world think?
Yeah. This
Because
is a fun
Breaking
game.
Bad is solid. It's a few people that don't like it.
Yeah.
Not everybody loves Breaking Bad. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
But the majority do.
Better Call
That's how you
Saul.
know.
That's solid TV.
Based on what you've said, I'm going to have to agree.
You gotta watch that show.
Walking Dead,
Walking
Nope.
Dead. Nope.
Is
Big
dead. No.
Nope.
that's a big no. See, I don't know many TV shows that I consider like, because, man, remember? I wanted to dip on Good Place
Yeah.
because season 3 got fucking weird. I don't even think Good Place
Yeah.
can count, man.
Damn it.
Like, that's why this game is fun, but it's also very mean because you're like, but Good Place is a perfect 10 out of 10 show.
Truly, it is.
But
But
that season dipped, man.
yeah,
Lots of people skip that part or don't enjoy that part that much. It's a it's a mark on it. So think about that, guys.
think about it, please. Like, I'm genuinely curious. I want you guys to write in and let us know what your thoughts are on this. Let us know if you want any additional rules in there.
Yes. So just, sum that up. This is what happens in your co-host brain at 1 a.m. after eating Taco Bell and watching Star Trek.
Oh my God.
These are the questions that I have. Like, in the middle of the night, this is what I think of.
These are good
Just
questions.
to put in perspective my life. That's what I think of. Real stuff? Pfft, get out of here, man. Good trilogies. That's all I want to know about.
You ready to bomb this trilogy?
I am. Big time. Well, actually, before we go,
Yes.
I think we do have to tell people some stuff.
We got some big news.
So, as you know, we've talked plenty in this show that we're hitting the 4-year mark. Well,
Mhm.
that's like next month. Technically,
Oh my
next
God.
week.
It's happening so soon.
So, we're getting started right off the fucking bat. Like, it turns... Okay, so this week ends in the beginning of the new month. So,
Yeah. So you best believe April 1st, even though it is April Fool's Day, no fools, folks, we will be on Twitch.
yes, like, promise. We're not gonna, like, mess with you guys.
We won't fake you out, I promise.
Yeah, so we are going to do a live Zeitgeist review. So you get a live review for the month to
Yes.
open the month. We're not going to make you guys wait all the way.
And if you're in chat, you can participate and say like your thoughts and opinions on the movies at hand.
Yeah. Do we want to tell
Which
them
is a
the movies
giveaway.
now?
Yeah, so
they
you can
can
watch them ahead of
prepare?
time. Get ready.
Okay.
For our live Zeitgeist, for our next quarter, we have decided, should we tell them the theme?
I guess so. I mean, it's not like we're doing
Okay.
guesses stuff anymore, so...
Yeah, so our theme for quarter 2 of Zeitgeist, we just capped off the first quarter of mindfuckery, and the next quarter we're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be doing something a little bit easier on the brain because we're both a little bit
Yes, please.
stretched and squashed. We will be doing actor-actress features, so we're going to focus in on one actor or actress for a month and just really explore their content this month. Who better to do it than Brendan Fraser?
You know it because he just
We're so
won
excited.
an Oscar.
His first Oscar, first of many, we're sure.
So I got the idea for this one because Best Supporting Actor, he's been so prevalent in all the stuff, and one of his very first movies was a movie with good old Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
So I thought, how interesting of a tie-off. So we're going to do the Brendan Fraser movie that won him an Oscar, and where him and another Oscar winner were both in the movie together.
Yes. So we're going to be watching Encino Man.
I love Encino Man.
The Whale. So go ahead, get those watched, get them in your catalog. Be ready to discuss with us at noon sharp Central Time on Saturday, April 1st.
Do not forget
Live
it.
on Twitch.
Exactly. So we will see you guys there.
Yes, please.
If you love this episode, please tell a friend. Word of mouth is the absolute best way we can get the good YMBToAP into brand new, fresh new ears. We release weekly every single Monday. That is the YMBToAP guarantee. Don't forget it, man. If you want to talk to us, you can catch us over at Twitter at YMBToAP. As long as Twitter's going on, social media's taking a fucking nosedive these days. Who knows what's going on in the world, man? I think we might talk about that next episode.
Yeah.
I would stick around for that.
The TikTok congressional hearing. It was something.
Oh my fucking god. But if you would like to just chit-chat with us about some stuff, hop on over in Twitter. Let us know what you think about smart home automation, like smart locks, or the thing where they do build the records on the wall, because that shit's fucking super cool. I like smart lights, but I don't really like smart like voice assistant stuff, you know? But what do you guys think about the smart home in general? What do you think about Samsung giving us the moon, man? What do you think about that? That's fucking bananas. Let us know about this question that we just asked. We just talked about that question for like 30 fucking minutes. What is a solid banger franchise, trilogy minimum, more rules to follow? But go ahead and throw some like suggestions in. We can see if we can pick it apart on the fly as we go. If you want to get more in touch with us, a little closer to us, you can go on over to the Patreon. That's Patreon.com/YMBToAP. You can sign up for our lowest tier, just $2. You can get in the Discord. You can chat with us right now about that. Psh, who's waiting for a tweet? Ping us in the middle of the night. We'll wake up. We'll read it. That's all we do is sit on Discord and talk to you guys. It's phenomenal. We'll see you in there, man. But thanks again to all of you lovely patrons. Love you guys so much. In case you don't remember it from the ad break, patrons, go check out the Zeitgeist thing and check out your new merch code and all the cool stuff that's in there. Yeah, get out there.
Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Farage. Please check him out on YouTube. And as always, thank you for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Are we going to get super into DSLR cameras?
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
Jingle Bee, you've already eaten. There's no need to come beg.
Slap that snoot.
Slap your snoot.
Gay slap.